Good morning, Year 10. Today I want to talk about the work that I've set you for this week for Monday and Wednesday. I'm going to put this into 3 videos. The first video is going to be about exercise 306. I'll work through the bulk of these questions in this video, and then the second video will be 307, then 308. There's probably a bit more work here than I envisaged, but we'll see how we go. So if you're struggling, at least write this in your book as I'm doing it, and try to do some of the questions yourself a little bit later. Stop the video, try doing one yourself, look at my solution as I go along. I'll start off really slow with the first couple, but as I go along, I'll do it a bit quicker, because you can pause the video and try doing this yourself. So in exercise 306, the first part you have to do, the question reads, find the equation of each line given a point on the line and the gradient. In other words, you've got a coordinate. In the first question, it is 2, 5, and the gradient, which is 2. From that information, you've got to find the equation of the line. To do this, we need what's called the point gradient formula. And here it is here. Y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. That is the formula that we're going to use for this exercise. If you look at the solutions that answers that I've attached, all the answers are in what we call general form. So I've got to do 2 things. I've got to substitute these numbers into this formula and then rearrange the answer into general form. So there's a lot of maths within this exercise right here. And this will probably take you today's lesson to work on, to be honest. So let's see how we go. I'm going to do the first one. I'll do the first couple really slowly. So the first one is question A. I might just rub out. I'll leave that there. The first one is coordinate of 2, 5, and the gradient, which we know to be m is 2. So the point is 2, 5, the gradient is 2. A reminder that when we do this, that x is 2 and y is 5. Just move that across a tiny bit so you can see me a little bit better. There you go, you can see me better now. All right, so I'm going to put these numbers into this formula. This is a formula that we're going to work from for all of these questions. Okay, so here we go. First question, I'll use the blue pen, is y minus y1. So y1 is just the y coordinate. So y minus 5 equals m is 2, open bracket, x minus, in this case, x1 is 2. Okay, so there I've substituted the 5 there, the 2 there for the gradient, and the 2 there for the x coordinate. What I've got to do now is expand this out and put the answer in general form. So here I go, y minus 5, there's nothing to do there, I'll leave it as y minus 5 equals, I can expand this bracket, I get 2x minus 4. So there we go, we've got the equation of the line, but it's not in general form. With general form, everything is moved to one side, and x needs to be positive. So if you look at this, here's 2x, it's positive, I'll leave it there. All I've got to do is move the y across and the 5 across. I'll move the y across first, and I'll get 2x, because I'm moving across, minus y. And then I'm going to plus the 5 across, so minus 4 plus 5 is 1, plus 1 equals 0. So there's our answer. That's the equation of this line in general form. The answer is in general form because x is first, y is second, the constant is third, and they're all whole numbers. I'll talk more about general form as I go along, but there's our first question. That's a lot to take in, but as we do each of these, you'll see the same process in every question. So you might be confused to begin with. I'll leave it there, or I'll rub it off actually. Let's have a look at the second question. Okay, so it's all going to be the same thing, the same working. The second question is this. Minus 6, 4 is the coordinate, and the gradient is minus 1. M is minus 1. A reminder that in the question, minus 6 is x, and 4 is y. I'm going to substitute those three numbers into this point gradient formula. So let's have a go at that. So it's going to be y minus 4, y minus 4 equals m minus 1, open bracket, x minus 6. So minus 6 is the same as plus 6. Okay, there's our answer. I've substituted these numbers into that formula, but it's not in what we say general form. So I need to expand this bracket first. So I go y minus 4 equals minus x minus 6. I've expanded the brackets, but it's not in general form. In general form, x needs to be first and it needs to be positive. You can see we've got minus x there. What I'm going to do is plus the x to the other side. So move this to the other side and I'll get x plus y. So I've moved that across. Now I want to plus the 6 across. Minus 4 plus 6 is plus 2. And I've got nothing left on the other side, so it just equals 0. So it's in general form. X is first, y is second, the constant is third, and neither of these two or three are fractions. Okay, I'll move on. Next question. Okay, still a lot to take in, but let's see how we go. Next one, they're all similar. 3 minus 8. Okay, so the next one is 3 minus 8. That's the coordinate. X is 3, y is minus 8, and the gradient is 4. Okay, remind yourself, gradient is small m. I'll use red pen this time, see if it works right. Okay, so using the formula, y minus y1. So it's y minus minus 8. That's the same as y plus 8. Equals m, which is 4, x minus x1. So x minus 3. So that's the equation of this line, but it's not in general form. We need to expand the brackets first. Y plus 8 equals 4x minus 12. There's our answer. It's not in general form. In general form, x needs to be first and it needs to be positive. You can see that that is positive, so I'll leave it there and I'll move that across and that across. I'll move the y across first and I'll have 4x minus y. Now I'm going to move the 8 across. I'm going to subtract the 8. So minus 12 minus 8 is minus 20. There's nothing left on this side, so it equals 0. Now we've found the equation of this line in general form. I'll keep going. Probably wouldn't be a bad time to stop the video and try question D is a little bit harder in the sense that when we've got a fraction here and a fraction there, it's a little bit harder. So you might want to wait till maybe F to start trying some of these yourself. But I'll keep going. I'm up to question D. Okay, so in question D, we've got minus 1 minus 2, and the gradient is 2/3. So we've got a fraction. The first time we've got a fraction within the question. But anyway, let's have a go. Let's put it in. So the formula is y minus y1. Let's remind ourselves, this is x, this is y. Well, if you want to put x1, y1, there is no x2, y2 in this formula. But anyway, that's your x1, y1. Okay, so let's write out the formula. Let's have a go. So I'll use black this time. So we've got y minus 2. So that's the same as y plus 2 equals m, which is 2/3, open bracket, x minus 1. So that's the same as plus 1. A bit confusing with the minus, but it makes a plus, Now, the first thing that's different about this is the 2/3. What we normally do when the gradient is a fraction is we get rid of that bottom number. In this case, the bottom number, apologies, is a 3. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. This is what we do. I multiply this by 3 to get 3y. I multiply this by 3 to get 6. This would now be gone, and you're now left with equals 2x plus 1. So what I've done is I've multiplied this by 3, and this whole side by 3. It's not there anymore. Okay? After that, I expand the brackets. 3y plus 6 equals 2x plus 2. I'll have to do the continue on up here. But x is positive, so I'll leave the x where it is and I'll move everything else across. Move the 3y first, and we get 2x. Move the 3y across, minus 3y. Subtract the 6 across, so 2 take away 6 is minus 4, equals 0. And there's our solution to that. Hopefully I haven't made any mistakes in these. To check the answers, hopefully I haven't made any mistakes. Anyway, so there's question D. How about I do question E? Okay, so I'll rub that out. Okay, so question E. In question E, you can see once again the gradient is a fraction, so we'll have to get rid of that 5 when we do the question. So let's have a go. In question E, you've got the coordinate of 2 minus 8. Remember, 2 is the x1, and the minus 8 is the y1, is equal to, and the gradient is minus a fifth. The gradient is minus 1/5. So we've got a minus in here as well. That's not too hard to work with. Okay, so let's work. Y minus y1. So y minus 8 is the same as y plus 8. Equals, the gradient is minus 1/5. Open bracket, x minus 2. Okay, so we've got it in the form that we want. We've substituted in the 3 values, 1, 2, 3. Our first problem is this fraction. I'm going to multiply both sides by 5. Forget about the minus, just worry about the 5 on the bottom. So times the 5 across, I get 5y plus 40. The 5 on the bottom has gone, equals minus 1. The minus 1 is still there. X minus 2. So we've got it in that form. We need to expand the brackets. 5y plus 40 equals minus x plus 2. I'll continue on up here. Note that in general form, x needs to be first and it needs to be positive. So here, this time I'm going to move the x to the other side. I'm going to plus it across to here in front of the 5y. So I'll plus it to there, and I get x plus 5y. No need to move the 5y. This is moved across. It's gone, if you like, across to the other side, across to here. Now I've just got to get the plus 2. So I take 2 from 40, and I'm left with 38. So plus 38 equals 0. And there we have the answer in general form. Okay, I'll keep going. Otherwise I'll run out of time. I think I only get about 15 minutes. How long are we talking? Well, must be getting close to the end of the video. So I'll be quick. Question F, I'll be a bit quicker here. Rub this out so we get one more in before the video stops. F is minus 1, 7, minus 1, 7. Gradient is minus 3. Here we go. Reminder, this is x1, y1. That's a gradient. Just rushing a bit here. Y minus 7 equals minus 3 x plus 1. Is minus 1. Y minus 7 equals minus 3x minus 3. Move the 3x across because it's minus 3x plus y plus 3 across. Minus 4 equals 0. Is the video still going? It is. And there was question F. I'll keep going till the video runs out. So that was question F. Hopefully I didn't rush that and get it wrong. Here we go. We'll do question G. Question G, where am I up to? G here. We've got a coordinate of a half minus 3 and the gradient of minus 4. Video is still going good. So let's have a go. We've got y well, y minus y1, so y minus minus 3, y plus 3 equals the gradient is